Good morning. For those of you who may not recognize me, my name is Todd Marshall, and 18 years ago, Holt Baptist Church sent us off to Ukraine to be missionaries there and work at Kiev Theological Seminary, and I still see lots of faces who helped us pack the container and such since then. And so this morning I'd like to give you an update. God has taken us on a kind of wild roller coaster ride over those 18 years. Here and there, the most recent that we're doing with missions, we have been working in formal Christian higher education at Spring Arbor University and then Regent University. And this summer the Lord opened up an opportunity. I was called to work for 10, which stands for Teach Every Nation. And the goal of 10 is to reach the untrained pastors, beginning in Africa. That's where we're starting. They estimate that there's about 1 million untrained pastors who've never had any formal Bible training in the continent of Africa. Africa is actually very large. It's not one country, by the way. There's over 50 countries in Africa. And Africa is so big you could put all the United States, all of Europe, all of China, all of India into that geographical landmass. It's that big. Much bigger than you would think it is. And so I was in South Africa and Uganda and Kenya in August and September. I came back, didn't have Ebola. You know, it's safe where we work in South Africa particularly. It's as far from where Ebola is as you are here in Holt from Mexico City, let's say. Plus there's a lot more countries in between. And Teach Every Nation was started in January of 2013 by Bruce Wilkinson, who had started Walk Through the Bible and had written the book Prayer of Jabez. Maybe some of you have heard of that. And for the last 10 years or so, he's been working in Africa. And what we do is we have satellite broadcast. I'm responsible now for a 24/7 satellite channel that we have that's beamed up from South Africa over India, satellite there, and comes down, and our satellite footprint, in other words, who can receive our signal, includes everybody in sub-Saharan Africa. And the first courses that we held, these are all-day satellite broadcast courses, so you'd have a church, which we call one of our sites, and people in that church and pastors from that area would gather at that one site, and they would watch an all-day course that's beamed down on satellite to the church. And the church has a satellite dish and a decoder box, like if you had Dish TV or like your decoder box, like cable. And they would watch this course all day. And so the very first courses that were offered were in September of 15 months ago. So 15 months ago we had 0 students. We now have about 12,000 students in 15 months, with a goal of, by the end of 2017, to have over 50,000 and to be in every single country in Africa, as well as already in conversations with ministries in India and Indonesia and other parts of the world. If you took 15,000 students, that would be about 3 times the largest seminary in the world. And it's just, the Lord's given phenomenal growth. I'm really amazed. We're in 10 countries. You probably don't have a map of Africa in your mind, but on the east side there you have Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, which speak English, and then pretty much all the countries south, all the way through South Africa. And we've received funding also to take and create 100 courses like this, and to do that in 10 different languages by the end of 2017. So that's our goal, rather ambitious. And I'd like to show you a video real quick in just a second here. This video talks about our sites and our deans, what we call them. So when we have a ministry site, we have 1,200 of those across these 10 countries. And there's someone in that site, maybe it's the pastor, maybe it's the director of Christian Ed, who brings students together, kind of recruits students, make sure they come to the courses, etc. Call that person the dean. And we do a lot of training of the deans as well. We bring them to a campus that we have in northern South Africa on a game farm, which sounds funny, but it's true. I'll show you a video of that in a moment. But we bring these deans in and train them to disciple people in their church. So you have a disciple-making movement in the church, not just a one-off course, if that makes sense. And then this year, I'll also be launching our online courses, which will be global and be in the U.S. And no one really in the U.S. has heard about this yet. We've been working in South Africa and southern African countries, but it's going to come and be known about, publicized in the U.S. So we can have that first video about the deans, please.
I'm so proud to be in this place. We know that we have come here to be equipped so that also we can be effective to serve our generation.
Lord, what do you want me to do?